4 simple ways to learn anything better. Have you ever read something or listened to a message, and after some time, when you try to remember what you have learned or what you have listened to, you just find out that it is difficult, that you can't actually remember everything you have learned? This happens not because your brain is dull or you can't comprehend things, but because you haven't applied the right strategy of learning. So today I am going to be showing you 4 simple things you can do to learn almost anything in a better way. Number 1, don't just consume information, recall it. Whenever you read something or you listen to a message, don't just continue reading or just continue listening to it, and when you are done, you close your book and believe yourself that you have learned something. The best way to do it is, while you are learning, try to pause for a few minutes and ask yourself, what have you learned? Try to recall what the person has said in your own mind. Try to make sure that you are able to explain it in your own word, in your own way. Explain it to yourself and make sure that you actually know exactly what the person is saying. So make sure you pause, recall what you have learned, try to remember it, because sometimes if you try to remember it and it doesn't come, you will have an opportunity to quickly go back to what you are reading or what you are listening to listen to it again. Number 2, break things down. Many people don't know that trying to consume a big information all at once is hurting them, and it is the main reason they are finding it difficult to remember what they have learned. If you want to really know how to learn or remember things, you have to learn to break it down into smaller pieces. I made a research and I realized that it takes 16 years for a typical Nigerian student to finish school, right from primary to the university stage. If it was possible to bring all those knowledge to him at once, then there wouldn't be any need to spend years learning things. So that means you have to break information down so that your brain would be able to process it one at a time. If you read something or listen to a message, make sure that you don't try to consume everything all at once. Take a part, learn it, recall it like I've said earlier, then move to the next one. You will realize over time that by the time you finish the whole thing, it will be much easier for you to remember than you consuming it all at once and everything becomes mathematics in your eyes. So number 3, which is also very important, write things down. Whenever you are learning, trust me, it is mostly important that you jot things down. You write things down. And when I say write things down, don't write the whole book or don't write the whole message. Just pick the most important part, the point that was made, and the things that actually struck you while reading or while listening to the message. Write them down. Things that you know that when you see those words, you will recall everything that revolves around that word while you were reading. If you have those things, it will be much more easier for you to learn than you just reading and then forgetting about it, relying on your brain to recall it for you. Because most of the times when you finish reading, you might want to try to recall and you do not really remember. So the best thing for you to do is to just check where you have written your things. And most importantly, now that we are in a digital age, what I do is I do write on books, but most of the times I write on my notepad. So because I can be walking on the road and I would want to recall what I have learned, my notepad is always with me on my phone. So I always just check, and then once I check once, the point that I've written down, everything will come back to me. So it is mostly important that you jot things down. And number 4, which is the most important one, you cannot skip this, because if you skip this, all the things you have learned in the past, they would not completely be useful. And number 4 is practice what you have learned. Trust me, this is working like a magic. Anything you learn in this life, it requires you to practice them. There was a time I read a book, and after a few weeks, I just realized I was doing something new. I was actually doing an habit that is new. And then I was like, how come I am able to do this? Why am I doing this? Then I remember that, okay, I've read it in a book. Trust me, I couldn't remember that I read it in a book, but I saw myself practicing it. That was when I recall. But when I recall it, everything I read in that book came back to me. just because I saw myself practicing it. So I didn't need to go back to the book and reread, because it has become part of me already, and I'm already practicing it unconsciously. So that is also very important. Practice what you have learned. If you learned about anything, make sure you put it into practice and don't let it just slip away. That is the best approach, because anything you do every day, there's no way you can forget it, and there's no way you can unlearn it. It has become part of you. So trust me, number one, don't just consume, recall. And number two, break things down. Number three, write things down. And number four, practice what you have learned. So I hope you actually learned something today. Thank you for showing up, and I will see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.